we're gonna look at the JoJo parts ranked from worst to best. So I am told that this list is terrible, and I want to take a look at it. So you're gonna get my genuine first reaction to this.
Yes, trying to think of a video idea, typing in some stuff, came upon this Game Rant article. I read a little bit, I spoiled myself a little bit, and it was just so bad in the beginning. We just had to do a video on it.
As JoJo intellectuals, we will continue.
Now let's see who they got first up on their list. Number 9, JoJoLands.
That makes sense because it's still ongoing. It's only been out for like a couple years. Not really catching like on. It's picking up. Finally, they had their first like battle, true like main villain battles, group organization, or whatever.
It's just now kind of getting into the rising action phase. It was kind of a lot of setup, but I get why it's this low, but in the future it'll probably be a lot higher. Let's see who they got at the 8th spot.
Phantom Blood, understandable. It's the first part, it's the original, but it's the building block.
Yeah, I think most people probably have Phantom Blood as the worst part. And let's just say this now, listen, we're true JoJo fans, all of you are true JoJo fans. We all love Phantom Blood here. It's not a bad part, it's just the worst part. So far, pretty good. Wait till you see who they have at 7, though.
And no, we're not going to read their reasons. But what is this? Part 2. This low. Part 2, I'm sorry, it's one of the better parts.
Now this, when I saw it's just completely ridiculous to have part 2 as the second worst part, as the third worst part, if you count JoJoLands. I mean, it's truly ridiculous. You have probably the best Joestar of the entire series. You got just a great overall story, action, characters, pacing.
Spans the globe.
See, what did they say about this? They said something. They say Battle Tendency has an average story, but a better cast of characters.
First off, it's not average, okay? Pillarmen are very, very, very cool.
You could even say it's one of the better stories. Like, it builds off the whole Stone Mask. From part 1, we see the creators. Like, we see Joseph already knows Hamon. He takes down a vampire pretty easily, showing like, oh, the next threat is going to be way above vampires. Like, to say it's an average story is just kind of ridiculous.
That's that.
All right, this next one, this is the last one I know, and it is absolutely crazy. Diamond is Unbreakable at number 6.
No, Diamond Unbreakable is not this low.
Dude, imagine saying the JoJo part with Kira in it.
The best villain of the series besides, like, funny.
Kira in it at number 6. That's actually insane. And like, this is one of the parts, you have like a decent chunk of the fan base say that part 4 is the best part.
It's literally what built JoJo. This, like, every other part looks like part 4.
Yeah. And I get if you want to say, like, maybe like before Kira's introduced, it's not all that great, but guess what? Kira's introduced in the second part, and that is just absolute peak JoJo. Everybody knows that. So let's see if the list will continue to be absolutely terrible. At number 5, okay, Stardust Crusaders at number 5.
I think that's actually a fair-ish ranking.
Yeah, I'd say Stardust Crusaders is a pretty good, like, right in the middle JoJo part. It's the most popular, but it's a little overrated. It's a little slow, goes on for a bit too long, but
Polnareff can't take a dump without, like, getting attacked, and it's like Monster of the Week.
And you know, Dio is amazing. That whole fight with Dio is the best. But I mean, is it better than part 4?
No.
I don't think it's really even close.
And is it even better than part 2? That's another thing.
Yeah.
Part 2, I think, is better than part 3.
Also, we didn't say this, but I know part 2 doesn't have stands, but it's just like watch part 2, watch part 3. The pacing in part 2 is just way better. You can get through it way easier. And what do they have at
the next spot? Golden Wind this low,
bro? So like, Golden Wind is like, this is the part where we get into like, you can't debate. Golden Wind is like a top 3 part. No discussion. Golden Wind, it should not find itself outside of the top 3 at all.
Very good part. I really like the villains. I really like Italy, because Italy is a JoJo reference. And it's like, it shouldn't be this low unless they're going to somehow explain that Stone Ocean is better. I know part like 5 used to be hated when it was like originally came out, but ever since the anime, it became good. And like, don't deny it, Giorno has the best theme out of all the JoJos.
Like the theme, Giorno's theme, like, it has maybe the best cast.
Yeah, Bruno's like one of the better Joe Bros.
Like Bruno,
Mista,
Fugo before he left. Like, easily the best cast. Divolo's a good villain. Gold Experience Requiem. That whole fight with Silverchair Requiem, the souls are all swapped.
Even Risotto and Doppio too. Look at that. It's wow. That part's amazing. Shouldn't be this low. 4's also a bad number. They really disrespect Mista.
They put Mista at the number. That's actually, these obviously they're not true JoJo fans, whoever wrote this.
They did that on purpose.
Right, now we're getting into top 3 territory, and there's a certain part that hasn't been listed yet that no matter where it comes at in the top 3, we're going to be pretty upset about this. So let's see what number 3 is.
Stone Ocean. It's not better than Golden Wind. And remember when Stone Ocean first came out, people used to like dislike it. They would literally skip this part just to go to part 7. Now, this part is good, and we would say it is better than like, I don't know, Phantom Blood. But it doesn't rank above Golden Wind.
Yeah, listen guys, again, we love all of JoJo. Stone Ocean is a good part, but to say it's better than Golden Wind and Diamond is Unbreakable and Battle Tendency is actually insane. Like, we'd probably even take Stardust Crusaders over it. Like, listen, I get the whole Maiden Heaven arc is like great and stuff, but think about when they're just in prison.
Yeah, the in prison part wasn't as... I mean, it was interesting. We're JoJo fans. Whatever we get, we're going to enjoy. But it's just... meh.
Like, man, I get maybe you like JoJolion, but to put it at top 3 is actually insane.
And the Netflix debuting of this was just so bad. Like, they're like, hey, let's just drop it in batches, like every single episode in batches, 3 batches in total. So what we did for like the 2nd and 3rd batch, we just watched it weekly, and it was actually enjoyable. Yeah. This part doesn't really have that much hype, and I feel like Netflix, they're just ruining it.
Netflix ruined like the 2nd least popular JoJo part even more somehow.
Yeah, if you didn't know, Stone Ocean's like pretty low ranking.
All right, let's see. So
it better not be Steel Ball Run. Okay,
JoJolion.
I think this is a fair placement, but I would say Golden Wind's better.
Yeah, you know, I mean, me personally, I could take either one. I think JoJolion could definitely be placed in the top 3. It's a really good part. It's different than a lot of the other parts, but yeah, we really don't have any complaints. It's one of the only ones besides Stardust Crusaders we haven't had, and Phantom Blood, a problem with.
And the whole main villain, I think he's okay, and the supplement Go Beyond is kind of okay. But overall, this part's very interesting, very bizarre. We're back in Morio.
And so we all know what number one was. They couldn't put anything else at number one. Obviously, Steel Ball Run. I mean, it's pretty clear. Best JoJo part.
It's very good. And speaking of Christmas, it literally has Jesus in it. So it's just automatically like one of the better parts. It's literally the best part. And this is like the perfect season to talk about it.
Yeah, but I mean, Johnny's just a great Joestar, funny Valentine, top tier villain Gyro.
Great Joe Bro.
Like, just all the characters are great. So yeah, there couldn't be any other JoJo part at number one. So, I mean, let's just recap the placements they got right. So Steel Ball Run, that's solid. JoJolion at 2, we can live with it. Wrong.
Nope.
Wrong. That's
fair.
Wrong. And then that's fair.
And the last one. That's fair for now.
Yeah. So what they got?
33%. That's an F.
That's failing. So they failed, but I mean, at least they got the number one spot right. So, but yeah, that's our little reaction video. We hope you, and I mean, obviously seeing where they place some of these parts, you probably didn't enjoy the article, but we hope you enjoyed the video. If you like it, leave a like, subscribe, and comment what your placements would be.
Like and subscribe.